here. Stalwart Village. Go. Your party is considered high level for the content of the White March. If you'd like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to fight to give you more of a challenge. The rewards you receive will be the same regardless of the option you choose. You cannot be... Your choice can be changed when it has been selected. High level. Yeah. I don't want to steamroll it, you know? I want to have some fun in there. Oh, look at that. Look at how pretty this is. Oh, it's going to be great. Oh, man. Oh, man.
You set out for Stalwart. The White March rises up in the distance, stretching to the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge. At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
Ominous, I like it!
It's Darthier, with a whole pack of them!
We can take these bastards!
Cannoneer?
That's it!
Wow, bro.
Hey there.
And what does the flame reveal?
What a start! Oh, I'm loving this. Save. Let's do a hard save too. And be right back, guys. Won't be too long. I'm gonna grab some more coffee because my cup is empty, and then we'll continue this and we'll rock this. Okay, so don't go anywhere. The fun is just beginning. Won't be too long. And we're back. Woo! Okay. Here we go, guys. Man, I love the cannoneers. I love the fact that they're fighting with trees that are on fire. This is so cool.
I'll teach you a lesson.
I shall be discreet.
What does that say? This door appears to be barred from the inside. It does not budge. Some fish. A winter wolf? They look so cute! Bro, I want a pet. I want a pet winter wolf. That's what I want. This door appears to be barred from the inside. Stalwart Fishery. They do love their fish. Shit, missed.
That's it.
Mow it.
Yeah?
Boom!
And what does the flame reveal?
Sure.
What did we just get? Speckleback jerky? Pretty cool, okay. Save.
Show him how it's.
Oh, there's a lot of them now. Whoa, there's a lot of them. Well, shit, that didn't go too well, did it? I keep getting prone. I can't do it.
That's it.
Uh... Shit, she's on the ground.
That's it.
War leader Darzirs. Oh, that's him!
Hey there.
I didn't realize this was this fight. Okay.
Mow it.
What?
Mow it.
Man, you gotta go, alright? Please, heal. Now's the time.
That's it. That's it.
Mow it. Ixie.
Okay.
Now, where were we?
Come on. Okay, he's gone. Wow, that was intense. Holy shit.
Back to the matron now.
Can we not loot him? You're the one Renin Guild sent for. She'll want to speak with you. Her house is just up the way, next to the grave rests. The messenger pants, waving smoke away from his face.
Katie's house
Hey
is
there.
burning. Hurry, they're both in there. Help, the hut's coming down.
Aha! Whoa. Dominate twice per rest? Pretty darn cool. Non-Toast! Welcome to the Shinobis. Thank you very much for the support, dude. Do appreciate it. You're awesome. You are awesome.
Slowly now.
Alright, let's get in there. The roof of this hut is almost entirely enveloped in flames, lighting the snow in stark orange hues. Several beams have been reduced to ember-dotted husk. Non-Toast, thank you so much for that sub! Oh my god! Dude! Welcome to the sub club, you're amazing! Thank you very, very much for spending your Twitch Prime's token here. I do really appreciate it, man. You're awesome. Holy shit, Non-Toast. Man, you got the love, dude. Absolutely. How you doing, Non-Toast? How's life? What's happening? Okay, continue. Through the hut's threshold, I should say, you can see only billowing smoke. Fire roars as it climbs the timbers. The air feels thick and hot, and the building is a maze of flame. Withstanding the smoke and navigating the fire will be a challenge. Send Aloth. Aloth leaps over the burning threshold, plunging out of sight behind a wall of smoke. That's not the guy I wanted to send at all. Inside the house, fire has spitted the wall in beams, and a thick haze rolls through the building. It is hard to see even a few feet ahead, save for the occasional glimpse of glowing ember. I'm doing super good, Nuntoast, and even more so now that you've subbed. It warms my heart. Crouch down to avoid the smoke. Aloth moves onward through a haze of heat and soot. The hut groans and shifts as the blaze grows. With a mighty groan, the burning beam comes crashing down. Caught off guard, Aloth is pinned beneath the EV log. Push the beam away. Call for help. Aloth fights to remain conscious, but exhaustion and lack of air do their work. Aloth is soon overwhelmed and collapses to the ground. Darkness descends. In the hazy state of unconsciousness that follows, the sound of shouting and the crash of burning timber drift in and out of hearing. Aloth wakes up some time later to find Ether standing nearby, having dragged Aloth to safety.
They're gone. Both of them.
I was sure that thing was coming down and taking your friends with it. The man wipes his brow, stares up at the collapsing house. Too bad about Lurgolder and Katie. His eyes widen as a section of the roof collapses. He looks away, shaking his head. You look like you could use a drink. Take this over to Afric and have one on me. He flips you a couple flat carved bones. It's not him I wanted to send at all. The one I wanted to send was Ether all along. I clicked Aloth, but I meant Ether. I'm scared. Safe's coming, this guys. I don't even have a save. I can't. I can't save scum. Okay, never mind. No saves coming. I'm gonna leave with my decision. We gotta rest. Speaking of, what is this house? Let's explore a little bit. See what happens. Dude, I love that everything is just like, looks differently. Bronze Abaddon statuette. Many households in Durgan's Battery had the statuette of Abaddon that was cast in the White Forge. The original was made by a renowned Aptapo sculptor. Okay, save. I just want to see if it's gonna attack us or not. And by it, I mean she. Nope.
I see where you're going with
She
that.
doesn't care.
There. What did I tell you?
They gone? Have those nasty brutes finally left?
These teeth have been sanded smooth in preparation for carving. I love that, like, they have different value in different types of money. Like, here they use bones.
I heard the ogres outside, tearing down walls and murdering folk. Don't remember how things got this bad.
The elderly woman needs her hands. Her knuckles are swollen knobs, and her palms are rigged with calluses that scrape and rasp as she rubs them together.
But you're the new adventurer. Renengild's latest volunteer.
She squints at you, leaning precariously forward on her wobbling legs. Any tips for playing this game? Yes. Yes. You made it to the keep. You might be too low level for that keep. It's not impossible. The Raedric's hold is pretty darn difficult. What's your class? What's your character's class?
A real spitfire, she told me. Bet you'd whip those layabouts at the mine into shape.
I'd like to ask you about something.
Did you say something, dear?
Druid? Okay, are you planning to do like a melee druid or a caster druid? Because druid, you can really, I would suggest committing into one path or the other. Because the way things work is every time you get every few levels, you get some talents and stuff, and it's a lot easier if you focus in one direction than if you spread out. Because if you spread out, you're not as strong as you could be in both. Whereas if you focus on one, then you're just stronger in that specific direction. But yeah, what I would suggest you do if you're a caster druid, what's your party? What character do you have so far? Because you'll need at least like 5 characters to go do Rager's Hold. That's like guaranteed. Tell me about yourself.
Me? I was the overseer at the mine, back when it was running. Got shut down decades ago when we couldn't sell or ship the stuff.
Why were you mining?
But I still remember plenty about the mining business. And I got as many folk as I can digging out the entrance. Been praying to the salty wench that I don't forget too much afore they finish the job.
Okay, that's all.
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was.
Interesting. Okay, so what you want to do, since you have a paladin, that's probably gonna be your off tank, I'm assuming, and Ether probably will be your main tank. I would make a custom formation. I found this to be the easiest. You put your tank all the way up in the front, and everybody else way in the back, including your off tanks. Now, what that does is, when Ether runs in, everybody will circle around him, and they'll surround him. Then your off tank is gonna come up and start attacking them in the back, and or grabbing like the few straddlers that are like moving around your main tank, trying to get to the rest of your group. So that means that, you know, your off tank, in this case, this is my off tank. She doesn't have to like take the brunt of the damage. She's not as defensive and as strong as Ether. So Ether is the one taking most of the damage. She's taking a bunch of it, but not too much. And with the rest of my group, I try to debuff the enemy as possible, like as much as I can. Look, so you debuff the enemy, or you buff your characters, or both if you can. And then you focus fire. You focus fire on like the enemies that are lower health. So like doesn't matter if it's the one that's being tanked or not. You just focus down those like 1 HP left characters. Because the thing is, a 1 HP monster does as much damage as a full HP monsters. Like it's not weaker because it has less HP. So you wanna make sure to thin the ore as much as you can, so you focus damage to lower the number of enemies hitting your face. That's what I would do. That's what I did for the entirety of the thing, of the game so far. And I mean, except from the wall we encountered a little bit earlier in Endless Path, like at level 13, everything else has been pretty much a breeze. Oh yeah, pause function, like, as much as you can possibly do it.
Always look
Yep.
the same, half built and half falling apart in equal measure.
I pause my game very often. Sometimes like I'll pause it every second, just to make sure that like my group is fighting properly. We're not getting caught off guard, all that jazz. Okay, let's see what's up there. So we have Long Watch Falls, Russet Wood, and Durgan's Battery, which we need to go to for a quest. You see a middle-aged woman and a younger man locked in an argument. Both wear cloths streaked with blood and dirt. The young man turns to the woman, a fresh cut visible below his eyes.
They've destroyed the stockade, Mother. It's...
Enough. They're gone.
She holds up a hand, which is missing the final joint of the ring finger, but it's her voice, sharp and steely, that silences the young man. As he glowers at his toes, she turns to you with dark circles under her eyes and smiled pulled taut across her thin lips.
The deliverer of Cadnua. Thank you for making the journey. Abidan knows it's a long one.
Abaddon, by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know, is the god of golems.
Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention.
She shoots the young man a brief but stern glare. Uldric, he pulls a knife from his belt and an apple from his pocket and sets to work. There's a job that needs doing. That's what I'm here for. No, you know what? It's an honor to be called here.
That's fine of you to say so, though I'm hoping your strengths lie more with arms than words.
Yeah, God of the Forge, yeah. She folds the map in her hand with a quick and merciless pinch.
Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires.
Her eyes shine, and for an instant, she looks like a much younger woman. How the mighty have fallen. What an era that must have been for the White March.
The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge.
She raises the map and taps a spot in the middle of a white and gray expanse. Never heard of it.
Of course. Been over 200 years since anyone's felt so much as a summery breeze near it.
She smooths the creased map.
I'm hoping you can do something about that.
How so?
We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door.
She robs at her fatigued, shadowed eyes. Tell me about the other expeditions.
A dozen different groups have come through at our request, and several more besides. Been hoping that one of them could clear the way through Durgan's battery. But young or old, green or seasoned, it don't seem to matter. They cast their spells, chisel at the door, and search the grounds until they've worn new treads into the old stone.
Walking Super, thank you so much for that host. Do appreciate it, man. Really kind of you.
The lucky ones eventually go home. Plenty more find themselves on the wrong side of a blizzard, or an ogre raiding party.
Why the sudden interest in the White Forge?
We're an old mining town. Or we were until the Adirans pulled out and left us with a half-dug mineshaft and something resembling an inn.
She thumps the sturdy wooden wall with her fists.
Since then, it's been a steady decline. You've seen the roads. Isn't much we can produce that the Valians can't ship cheaper.
It is what we do.
But the White Forge... well, if we could fire it up again and start producing Durgan steel, or something close to it, wouldn't matter if we're in the White March or the Living Lands. Business would come.
She folds her arms and gives you a stiff nod. Hey, fucking super awesome, dude. The young man says nothing, but he tosses a sliver of the apple peel into the fireplace, and that's why you need my help.
That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan steel could put Stalwart on the map again. Open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge.
She thumps the desk with her fists. Why is Durgan steel so special?
Because you can shave stone with it, cleave cast iron in two, and the stuff's as rare as it is remarkable.
In her enthusiasm, Renengild shifts on the balls of her feet. She props one bent arm on the other, pointing distractedly towards the heaves of the house. Oh, that's awesome, Bucky Super. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. Have fun, man. Steel is steel. It may be light and it may be take an edge well, but at Complanka, the legends grows with each passing year.
If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart.
For a split second, her gaze flickers to Uldric. How is it that no one's gotten into Durgan's battery yet?
Where should I start? Ogres, blizzards, or sheer damned inaccessibility?
She ticks the items off of her fingers.
It ain't for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much. Got untold riches in Durgan steel lying just inside, and never mind the White Forge itself. The Adirans who first settled Stalwart tried to crack it. So did the Valians, and every other cocky adventurer with more metal than sense.
She folds her arms, shaking her head at the pitted floorboard.
But the place has a funny way of sealing itself up. Front door stays shut. The tower